Hi Pisces, how's it going? It's Sarah with Earth to Sarah Tarot. I will be doing a reading for you for the rest of the month and into February. I don't know, I'm so random with when I do these, I apologize. I have two jobs and I am doing yoga teacher training, and I also do this privately for a lot of people, so I just do it when I can. But anyway, we just had Saturn come home to Capricorn, and so I know that it's been rough for a lot of people. Pisces, you're the last sign of the zodiac, so you have a tendency to gather a lot of residual energy from the other signs. So if you've been having, feeling energetically drained or like a antsy feeling, it's because you are getting a lot of the other signs kind of stress and anxiety and things as well. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about that. I'm just going to do a very intuitive 9-card layout for love and relationships for you, Pisces, and just kind of see what comes up, and we'll talk through the cards together, and hopefully it will make sense for some of you. This is for Pisces, moon, sun, and rising. If it doesn't make sense, then check out your moon, sun, rising, or also, maybe check back with me next month and I'll have a message that works for you. Okay, so right away, we've got a first card jump out. Beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the deck. I'm using my first tarot deck I ever got, the Witch's Tarot. First card out is the High Priestess. God, she's so beautiful. Okay, so that's great. That's you, Pisces. That's a very symbolic card. The moon is right underneath. You are ruled by the moon, or very connected with your intuition. Like I said, you feel a lot. You feel other people's energy. You feel changes and compassion very strongly for other people. The High Priestess is a very feminine vibe. It's a very it's secretive, but it's all-knowing. So like I said, there could be feelings that you're having that you don't understand where exactly they're coming from, or why you're having like a cycle of, like a spout of depression and then a spout of happiness, or confusion, like I said, anxiety, or any kind of random emotion that comes in. It could literally be you feeling or being compassionate with other people around you. So discerning what emotions are yours and what are those of other people. We've talked about this before, Pisces, that's a big deal for you. But also being able to understand what all these feelings are and understand your cycles and pay attention to the moon and the feminine powers of spirit that are already within you, that you're already born with. You're a very soft, tender, caring person naturally. Pisces people are, male or female. So great. So let's see. Love and relationships for the sign of Pisces. What are they feeling? What do they need to know for the month of January and February coming into their birthday? What are things that the High Priestess would like to uncover for us? Okay. The Five of Cups, another element of yours. Very exotic, like spiritual characters coming up here. The Mermaid and the High Priestess, super connected with water and the ocean and the moon and emotional empathy. So this can be about feeling sad, about feeling low, about dwelling on the past. So look, if you're having a gut feeling a gut feeling. Maybe it's like, maybe you miss someone, an ex. Maybe you are feeling unhappy with your current love life or your current situation, whatever it is. The High Priestess is here to say that there's some valid reason that you're feeling that way. There's validity to it. There is something that you need to further investigate, or that you need to turn these emotions into actual matter. We need to see why we're feeling this way, okay? This is, when this comes out with the High Priestess, because they're twos, but these characters to me are very similar. This person, this woman, man or woman, has cut off their senses, their sight, they're just kind of paying attention to their gut. They're kind of, their heart chakra is blocked, because it's like, it's needing to see something that you don't really want to see, or being ready for something to happen. If you get like a feeling like she's ready to strike or chop someone's head off if they come up to her and scare her, right? She's depending on like her senses other than her sight to tell her when something is wrong. So if something feels wrong, yeah, it is, Pisces. It is. If you're dwelling on an ex, if you're dwelling on a relationship of some kind, or you feel that there's something that your partner isn't telling you, or if you feel like something's wrong with them and they're not, saying so, like maybe they're having a rough time or whatever, you're right. You're right. There's something valid going on. There's something that needs to be talked about. There is a very emotional, there's just like a strong spiritual, emotional, feminine connection here. So let me show you what we're looking at. I'm not going to be on the camera this entire time. Sorry for me. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. I'd like for it to be a little closer. Let's see here. Sorry, pardon me. Maybe I can edit this out. I don't know, but let's just get this thing down a little bit here, because these cards are like so pretty. I want you to be able to see them. Okay. So, so sorry. Okay. So look, there's a very, like, even the background of these two cards are super, it's like cloudy, it looks cloudy. It looks like dim, What is happening here with the lighting? So it's like there's a gut feeling that you're having about someone or something, like an emotional, maybe if you, like I said, if you are going through a breakup or whatever, and you're just like thinking about this person so much, I feel like they are also thinking about you. Like the feelings are very mutual, and it's like almost like you can't see that person. Like they're not in your physical realm, but they're in your heart and in your emotional realm, like they're definitely there. So that's really interesting. It's really interesting. Although like maybe you can't see them, Pisces, they're also thinking about you or feeling like compassion for you. Let's keep going and see what else comes up. But I don't know exactly what this like gut feeling is, or what this emotional like concern is, this overly emotional feeling. It's like you're dwelling on something, you're feeling like something's like almost like something bad is going to happen, or like you have to be on guard, or I don't know. Let's see what else comes up for Pisces. What is going on here? What does Pisces need to see, or what is going on in their emotional, spiritual realm that needs to be validated in the physical world, like that they need to actually see, not just feel. It's like we need to turn these feelings into matter somehow and see what is going on. Okay, so 8 of Wands, Page of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely an essence of missing somebody that you cannot, like, you cannot see them. They're not close to you. Maybe you are going through a breakup. Maybe they are traveling for work. There's something going on where you're not speaking to them. When the 8 of Wands comes out, this is like emails, texting, or the need to communicate with someone, the need to talk to someone, rapid fire communication, rapid thoughts flying through our mind. So like I said, you're really thinking about something, someone, missing maybe an ex, missing a lover, missing what used to be, feeling like regretful of something, you know, like there's like a loneliness or something that I'm feeling. And especially these two cards together, to me, are very, very strongly speaking of communication. Swords are our thoughts, our communication, our intellect. There's a need to talk here. There's definitely a need to talk. There's a need to go through this feeling, Pisces. Like, if you're just... This is a pretty specific message, but if, for instance, there could be social media spying, like you're just looking at this other person's profile and missing them and like going through their pictures, but you're not actually talking to them, or you're maybe if they are long distance or not near you physically, you're just talking to them and you're missing that physical like touch feeling of them, or there's just something that you need to get off your chest. There's a worry, or, you know, yeah. Okay, the Star, so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, listen, if you feel separated from somebody that you feel is like a soulmate connection, like a strong, there's a very deep, raw nakedness to this connection. Like, it's somebody that you've told like your deepest, darkest secrets to. It's somebody that you're connected to, not on a very superficial level. It's like, this is someone that you have gone through stuff with, okay? That's why I'm feeling like it could possibly be an ex that we're talking about, or that you're feeling so strongly in your aura. This not talking thing, this outward flow of emotion, Pisces, that you're doing, but you're not, it's just like you're dumping your own feelings on almost like yourself or something. You're not communicating them, so they're not, nothing's changing, nothing's healing, but you really want to. You really want, look at all this water. Oh, bottom of the deck so far. Okay, that doesn't surprise me, but look, water, water, behind her is water, and below is the moon, and more water. Look at all this. This is like someone that you feel. This is stuff you feel. Your feelings, your intuition, whatever, like if you feel like you should call them, or you feel like you want to call them, maybe you should, because like you're so in tune with, I almost feel like it's a, what do you call those connections where you can like hear each other's thoughts almost. It's like when you feel them thinking about you, they are thinking about you, or like you guys are thinking about each other. It's really crazy. I don't know. There's like a deep wish to see them or talk to them or heal or reconcile things with them. So why? What happened here? Why aren't you... Okay, another page. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, maybe Gemini or Libra, possibly Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo as well, this page. But so, like I said, turning these emotions into something that we can see, touch, hold, actual matter, actual things, material. The Page of Pentacles is about, it's about detail, it's about study, it's about growth, it's about learning, it's about abundance, taking the time to look at things and make them work, make it work for you, right? So a goat, look at how a goat is very sturdy, very, they're very, what's the word I'm thinking, consistent and determined to do what they want to do. So there's a need to talk, there's a need to exchange ideas, feelings, understand what is going on here exactly. There's like an immaturity happening here between you and this other person that you're thinking of so strongly. If there's nobody in your realm, like if you're completely single, and I mean, for me, this message is going to be for people, like when I say that person that you love, that you think about, like you're going to know exactly who it is. It's just going to make sense for you, you know? But yeah, and the separation, the tower moment, the feeling like something happened, something crashed, something fell apart, a change, also something finally happening, something breaking down, something exploding. Like at least there's an action going on here. There's like sitting, dwelling, and it's like, okay, let's move, let's change, let's do something. Like talking about and examining and looking at why this relationship failed. Like I said, this is a specific message. For some of you, it's somebody that you're already with and you're having maybe conflict with, or you're having an emotional reaction to the relationship, yet you're not speaking about it, you're not communicating, you're not healing, you're not examining it. Okay, that's for people that are together. But I think for a lot of people, this message is specifically people that are broken up and are separated and are still feeling very emotionally connected to their ex or to someone that is not physically near you, there's a need to talk about what happened. Why did this break down? Let's look at it. Let's examine it. Let's be these students of our relationship. Let's look at our communication with each other. Let's look at our how we act and how we treat each other and what we do for each other. Is it in balance? You know, both people are coming up in a level also. Remember how at the beginning I said, if you feel like the other person, like if you're thinking about the other person is also thinking about you. It's not just in your head. I feel like there is a connection here, and that there's an equality to this. There's a balance to this. Like both people are feeling a similar thing. Both people want to hear from the other. Like there's a possibility to heal this situation, Pisces, is what I'm saying. If you are, going through a breakup and you're worried about the other person not wanting to heal with you, I feel like they do. They just don't know where to start. They don't know how. They don't know if you want to, because there's no communication. So they don't know that you even care about them anymore, But you're coming up at the same level. An immature, not necessarily immature, but okay, students, people willing to learn, people willing to take advice, people willing to examine the relationship, people willing to actively change and grow and participate. So look at our communication, look at what we've produced and how it went wrong. So you're both coming up willing to try. And again, there's two people in this card. Two people feel that separation. Two people feel that lightning shock, that vibe of, ouch, this hurt. Both people feel that. Two. You're equally going through a tower moment, Like your ex doesn't feel, even if there is no chance, worst case scenario, there is no chance for reconciliation, you still feel this person in your aura, you still feel this person in your heart, you still love them or think about them, but you don't think that there's a chance that you guys can get back together. I feel like there's still a need to understand what went wrong, to have that conversation, to move forward, to sort of put it behind you. Otherwise you're just going to keep dwelling and you're not going to know exactly how you can do better the next time in a relationship. But for the most part, I do think that both parties realize that they did something wrong. There's ego involved here. Both people are being egotistical and not willing to discuss this, not maybe wanting to see their mistakes and what they did wrong and admit them. Because why? That takes more guts, right? I almost feel like the relationship ended abruptly and there's been no resolution to it, no goodbye talk or something. Like you still are wondering what you've done wrong. Like it happened quickly, Also, I feel like there were both parties were equally participating in the negativity that persisted in the relationship, that it wasn't just one person. It takes two to tango, So there were it wasn't just you, Pisces, who did something wrong, or them who did something wrong. You know, you have to be willing to look at what your part in it, for sure. And they have to be willing to look at their part in it. And even if, I'm going to repeat myself one last time, even if you don't think there is a possibility to reconcile with this person, I think there still needs to be that conversation of, okay, this is why we left, this is what happened, I forgive you, you forgive me, okay, let's move on, you know? So that it doesn't feel so shocking anymore, so that it doesn't feel like you haven't, you know, talked about these things or whatever, so that you can grow and be better in your next relationship if it's not with this person. I do truly think, though, that the other person here in this scenario, Pisces, wants to hear from you. Like, they want to talk to you. They're dreaming, you know, you could be having dreams about someone, deja vu moments, because there's just a deep, I'm just feeling with the Star and the High Priestess, like, you're, you know, you've talked with this person, you've shared a lot with this person, you've had those crying moments with them, you know, you've shared your deepest hopes and fears with them. I just think that, and that's why it's hard to just separate so quickly, because maybe they were a good friend, you know, and a lover, but so there's definitely a feeling of, I can't stop thinking about them. You know that one song that goes, see, hey, I don't want to see these bad cards, but 8 of Pentacles. Maybe you're keeping yourself busy with work. Maybe you're focusing on your money and your job, and that's how you're staying busy, you know. But it's like when you come home from work and the show's over, I'm exhausted, I'm heartbroken, I don't feel so good, I feel bad, you know. I feel tired of thinking about things. I feel tired of feeling stabbed in the back and not knowing why. So when I see the 8 here and the 8 here, okay, let's turn these thoughts, these racing thoughts equal 8, into looking at it. What happened? Go through the details. Don't dwell on the past, but just say, like, what did I do that I could have done better? Or how can I turn these thoughts into something that are productive, something that I can, you know, make real in life. It's like this person is working on making money or pentacles, whatever, but for her, it's her hobby, it's her job, it's something that she's passionate about. So talking about this stuff, you know, what happened? Let's look at it. Don't just let it be this phantom grim reaper that has stabbed you in the back and you don't know why, and you don't know what you did wrong or what they, you know, how they feel, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, talk about it. Something obviously happened. Something obviously went wrong. But there's a definite chance to heal, you know, and work on things together. So I'm just going to pull one more card because I don't like ending on like the 10 of Swords note. So let me just see any final messages for Pisces. Again, this was pretty specific. I hope that you guys are able to make some sense out of it and it means something to some of you, Pisces. And I hope that you're able to clear up this emotional turmoil or feeling like you need to heal. It's like at night, you know, before you go to bed, you're thinking about somebody or something, or, you know, you have a deep, like, compassionate, it's almost like there's still respect. So I don't think that you guys did, you know, there was like a cheating or horrible breakup. It's like the problem is you don't exactly have an explanation for it, you know, and that's what's bothering you the most. It's like maybe someone even just ghosted you, Pisces, and you're like, what? I thought everything was going great. What happened, you know? Whoa. Okay, Four of Cups, but it's in reverse. That's awesome. So look, so there's that mermaid again, and there's those 4 cups that are spilled, and there's more water. So when this is upright, it's about dwelling, it's about being depressed, it's about not allowing this mermaid's here to cheer this person up, right? So, like I said, you guys are both thinking about each other, okay? You're both doing the same thing. You're both dwelling on the past or feeling sad. But when it's in reverse, it's like, okay, time to stop, time to move forward, time to talk about this, time to not feel stuck and stagnant in our emotions anymore. It's time to look up, look at the mermaid, call the mermaid. if it's a girl, if you're a Pisces male, call the mermaid. If you're a woman, Pisces woman, call him up, you know. Just at least say, like, I'm thinking about you. I don't know what kind of note you guys are on, but there's surely the need to discuss all these bottled up emotions. Like, there's so much. Okay, that's plenty of cards. Got a bunch out there, so let's just see the final for you, Pisces. 5 of Pentacles. So being iced out, feeling feeling cold. It's like, why you gotta be so cold with each other? Look, another 5. Oh, okay. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So let me just put this here, 3 5s. So there was a conflict. There's something, a breakup, a separation of some kind. You guys said some harsh things to each other. Someone got iced out, you know, you're missing each other, whatever. And it's like, be mature about it. Talk about it. Start over. Turn these thoughts and all this, like, this sadness and depression, turn it into something that can grow, something you can see, something you can analyze. Turn it into matter. And this is like a strong yes for me. This is a strong yeah. Okay, so again, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, yeah, they feel the same way. Yeah, they're thinking about you. Yeah, they feel like, you know, there's potential. There was potential. Like, you were something solid in their life. Like, you were valuable in their life. Like, there is value in this money. There is value in this situation. Both of you saw value. And when it was taken away, you felt sad. So, I mean, yeah. It's like a pretty good reading, Pisces. I mean, especially if you were wondering, like, you know, is my ex thinking about me? Or blah, blah. They are. I think they are. I think this is a very mutual, like, gut feeling, you know, a connection, a sadness that is sort of looming. It's not debilitating you by any means, but it's looming. It's like in your dreams, you'll hear a song on the radio and you're like, oh my gosh, that reminds me so much of this person. Like, oh, I wonder if they're thinking of me, blah, 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 you know. Geez, like we broke up and it happened fast, and it's not because we hurt each other or we don't love each other. It's because maybe we're in different places in life. Maybe money was an issue why you broke up, you know. Maybe if you didn't break up and this is just, you can't think of anybody in your life right now that you're missing or whatever. Maybe it's just like you're tired of being alone. You're tired of having this feeling that like you're never gonna find somebody and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, we have to like examine what is inside us that we're not confident with. Why do you think that, you know, you're not worthy of a connection or whatever? I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road because this is a specific situation for me. Pisces, there's something that you are thinking of at night, something emotional, a wish, someone you've talked to for a long time or cared about for a while. And, you know, it's like when you go outside and you like wish on a star and you wonder like, oh, is this person thinking of me too? And you're like looking up at the same star, and that other person is like miles away looking up at the same star saying the same thing. I don't know, that's just the vibe I'm getting from this reading. It's like there's like a soul feeling here, a nostalgic feeling. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your month, and I hope that this is cleared up and you're able to talk to this person and at least figure out what went wrong and why, and settle that need to know. Settle those like dreams about them or whatever. You know, get to the bottom of it and learn so that in your next relationship you don't have the same problems, right? So have a beautiful month, and I will see you soon. Take care. Namaste.